I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice.
Do your own research.
Consult a professional investment advisor before making any investment decisions.
This show is for entertainment only. Faites vos propres recherches.
Here we are
in another episode
of the Simple Success Podcast.
And
this is financial life coaching from a happiness perspective.
Hola a todos.
Hola, Sergio. Hola, DT.
Hola, everybody.
We're going to talk about calmness in investing, yes?
I see. Oh, no. Let's see. Something like that.
Hoy vamos a hablar sobre cómo tener éxito en la inversión. That's today we are going to talk about how to be successful in investing. In Spanish.
Y
mantener la calma en el proceso.
That's good.
Yes, it is good, Fiona. Sergio, did you have a question?
Sí. ¿Alguna vez han invertido dinero antes? That's yeah. Have you ever invested money before? In Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, sí, yo he invertido en acciones y fondos mutuos. Es importante hacer una investigación exhaustiva antes de.
Sí, again. Antes de tomar cualquier decisión de inversión.
Do your own research.
She said with a French accent.
So can we do this in a way that doesn't make us think so hard?
We could. I mean, I guess we could. But why would we want to do that?
Because we want to make a habit, which means it has to be fun.
Oh, okay, sure. And also, it means that it has to be regular.
Which is what makes it a habit.
And that doesn't mean that it has to be easy.
Never easy.
Well, I didn't say that, DT, you marveling raft of chocolate cookies.
So what do you mean then?
I mean that it will start out hard.
It,
yeah, whatever we need to do to make ourselves better.
Oh, you mean whatever is our goal?
Goals. De verdad.
Right, and that means that we're going to make the eventual state of becoming a habit a requirement when defining our goals.
Can you say that in English, please?
That was in English, DT.
Okay, then, break it down.
Break it down, por favor.
Right, we do want the end game to be a habit.
Okay.
So then every good goal must be able to be a habit.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Or it's just not a good goal.
It would not be a good goal if you'd rather it not become a habit.
Por ejemplo?
Okay, Serge. Just so you know, examples normally come in Act 2, but I'll give you one now.
That's good.
When I quit smoking, almost 31 years ago now.
Congrats.
Thanks.
You were saying?
Yeah, I was saying that when I quit smoking,
Yes?
what I was doing is this.
Is what?
Yeah, what?
I was replacing one habit with another habit.
Oh, wanting to anyway, but do tell.
I was replacing the habit of smoking with the habit of not smoking.
Oh, like we replaced the habit of not using Spanish with the habit of using it.
A veces, that's sometimes in Spanish.
Correct. And meaning that we can get better.
Yes, in language, and also meaning that our investing can get better.
You're on to something now. You touched my vein at first.
The thorny point of bare distress hath taken from me the show of smooth civility.
Yet I am inland bred and know some nurture.
But forbear, I say.
He dies that touches any of this fruit, till I and my affairs are answered.
By which you mean until you have repeated the act of better investing.
However, you define that, of course.
Of course. Repetition.
Just like at this point in the show every week with great repetition is...
Break number 1.
Hello, everyone. This is John with the Simple Success Podcast, financial life coaching from a happiness perspective. Because we know you want to show us some serious love in return for the tremendous benefits you get from us, please subscribe to us in your favorite podcast player. You can find us on both the App Store and the Play Store because our message is for everyone. Leave a rating for us, or even better, tell a friend. Whichever you choose, thank you so much for helping us do this for you. To leave us a written message, which just might lead to more in a future podcast, go to those same written show notes to find our subreddits. There is also our Facebook group page, Twitter, and other ways which we'll tell you about from time to time. You can also find an Easter egg every so often, so listen closely. Thank you again, and keep those constructive ideas coming.
Hey, John, we didn't do the rhyming thing this week.
Not in the first act, you mean?
True that, but that's where we always do it.
Act 1.
Right, in Act 1.
Yeah, that's where we usually do that.
Well, let's get to it then.
Okay, since Spanish is pretty easy.
Yeah, as languages go. And speaking of go,
Here we go.
escuchen, amigos. Reúnanse en torno a este día generoso. Hablar de invertir un camino próspero de la felicidad sobre la riqueza. Ese es mi credo. Coaching de vida financiera, el camino que tomaremos.
This doesn't work as well.
You mean it doesn't seem to rhyme?
Yeah, that. And I'm just all the more amazed by someone who can rhyme in other languages.
Oh, like Pushkin's. That, what's the book? Eugene Onegin?
Yeah, just like that. It's a masterpiece.
Yep. Pushkin sure was quite a talent.
Yeah? So where were we?
You were talking about something.
You were about to give it a try.
Oh, right. And here goes. Por favor, dime que sabedore precis. Porque yo, un joven emprendedor, busco el éxito. El coaching de vida financiera es el camino a seguir. Estoy tan seguro de que es la manera de crecer.
Yeah, you're right.
About what am I right, John?
About how it doesn't rhyme as well.
And that, among other things, worries me.
No temas, querido Riti, que aquí estoy. Un asesor financiero, tus dudas para despejar. Coaching de vida financiera desde una postura de felicidad para ayudarle a invertir con confianza.
Can I ask you something real quick, John?
Sure thing, DT.
Is doing this achieving something that you want to achieve?
It is.
What's that?
It's taking a good idea and making it fun in a new way.
Okay, on with it then.
I'll do that soon. It's your turn now.
Escuchen bien, amigos míos. Esas voces electas tienen sabiduría que nos alegra a todos. Diversifique sus activos, distribuyalos ampliamente para capear tormentas y prosperar con orgullo.
That's a lot to remember, DT.
Yeah, but there is no way to shortcut this idea, my liege.
Even without working more on the rhymes?
I don't know about that. I was never so be-rhymed since Pythagoras' time that I was an Irish rat, which I can hardly remember.
Oh, Shakespeare.
Oh, Spanish.
Pero dime, querido DT, ¿cómo puedo empezar? Como tengo un deseo ardiente en mi corazón para invitar y crecer, para dejar mi huella. Pero el miedo al fracaso me mantiene en la oscuridad.
It's okay, John. Listen on. No temas, amigo mío, hay una manera. Invertir sabiamente y mantener a raya los miedos. Diversifique su cartera, extendiale ampliamente en diferentes sectores. Deja residir tu riqueza.
Very good, DT. But remember, diversification is a lot harder than it sounds.
And that's fine, since we make hard things easy around here.
Okay, you're right. Just a few final questions then.
Oh, okay, I'm ready.
Pero ¿qué pasa si me faltan los fondos para invertir? ¿Hay alguna manera de manifestarme? Coaching de vida financiera puede guiarnos, incluso con recursos limitados a mi lado.
Oh, I was sure you meant questions in English, John.
So you should pay more attention then.
Ah, es cierto, pero no temas la falta, porque invertir no se trata solo de la pila. Empieza poco a poco y con constancia con lo que tienes. Y observe cómo crece su riqueza paso a paso.
I have to agree there. Hey, any final thoughts for this second act?
Act 2.
Just a couple.
Okay, let's hear them.
Así que adoptemos todos este coaching de vida financiera desde una perspectiva de felicidad. Invertir con conocimiento y no especulativamente. Con diversificación, cautela y cuidado, navegaremos por los mercados y encontraremos nuestro aporte.
That is a very good idea. Buena idea, DT. In fact, les agradezco a todos por sus sabios consejos. Por ahora veo la inversión bajo una nueva luz. Empezaré poco a poco y de forma constante con un plan claro y ver crecer mi riqueza como solo un emprendedor puede hacerlo.
Which is what I've been saying all along, and I'll prove it.
But first, break number 2.
We know a lot about you already because we know ourselves. For example, we know that you know how to listen to our podcast. We also know that you probably know how to subscribe. So as soon as you're done with that, tell us your story. We have ways you can contact us. It involves a special link where you can leave us a message. We may have an email address for you as well in the future, and we'll let you know if that happens. The reason for subscribing? I thought you'd never ask. When you subscribe, you automatically download all future episodes of that podcast. It just happens in your player without you having to go search again. How cool is that? This means better rankings for the podcast, more attention from advertisers, and more money. And this means more and better stuff for you. So your motivation is simple and easy. Subscribe today, whatever app and from whatever place you like. And don't just try to subscribe. There is no try. There is only do. We're changing the way we look at things, and remember, that's good. Eso es buenísimo. Also remember, this is financial life coaching from a happiness perspective. Coaching happiness. Our call to action is right in the show notes. Find it, and you win too.
Can I simple that? Por supuesto. Of course. Just simple it.
Please make sure your seat belts are fastened and your tray tables are in their upright position.
And make sure simple is a verb like Google is a verb.
Ponte las pilas, Titi.
Ponte what? I mean, ¿qué?
Las pilas.
Batteries?
Yes, Titi. Put in the batteries.
I don't get it. This is sometimes the case.
It's a native Spanish expression meaning that you're not being focused enough.
Okay, so how should I proceed then?
I'm always doing things I can't do. That's how I get to do them.
And that's how you get to do them. Cute.
More than cute. It's good, DT.
Yeah, okay, great. But why are we talking about this anyway?
It's about success is why. Both endeavors share common qualities that can contribute to success.
Really?
Yeah, really. Both require patience, dedication, and a willingness to step outside of one's comfort zone.
And to occasionally be wrong, right? Pun intended.
Sure thing, DT. I was wrong once, and I could be wrong again.
Nice quote there, John. So what is
our simple solution?
Well, not surprisingly, perhaps, it involves leaning into it.
Is that the same thing as, what is called immersion?
Yeah, it's a lot like that. Both language and investing can deliver with books, music, and a lot of other ways.
Open your mind.
Yeah, make a commitment to continuous learning and growth.
And don't be afraid to take calculated risks.
You have to do that sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, you do. I mean, whether it's weighing rewards against losses in investing or weighing the mental cost of mistakes in a language, there will always be a tiny bit of risk involved in whatever you do.
That's how we get better.
And better.
And better.
There's risk in getting out of bed in the morning.
Anything else?
Mostly not, although they both can change, so we have to be prepared to deal with that.
And of course
what, DT?
And of course, there's always the need for practice, persistence, and repetition, right?
Of course. Success in investing often comes from long-term planning and sticking to a strategy, even through difficult times. Similarly, becoming fluent in Spanish or any other language takes time and consistent practice. It requires setting goals, staying motivated, and not giving up when faced with challenges.
And that's how you get the details right. And so, this is what we will do.
Which is how you've all gotten good.
Gracias por escuchar.
Salut. À la prochaine.
This podcast and our other podcast are productions of Little Red Hen Industries. The supporting cast who helps me bake the bread includes
Techno King, John C. Brandy, Alter Ego, Doubting Thomas, Fact Checker, A Small Brown Beef Animal, Really Tiny, Facts Are Important But Are Also Easy, Social Manager, Abraham Lincoln, Media Expert, Augustus Caesar, Psychologist, William James, Sound Designer, Adobe's Creative Suite, Language Consultant, Leah, the French Do-Your-Own Research Lady, Videographer, Etomon Koshki, Audio Props, Les Paul, Inspiration, many podcasts and other sources, and of course Napoleon Hill.
We also have websites, and you can subscribe to both podcasts. You can even send us a video, audio, or text message, but of course you'll have to head to the show notes, either on your phone or on the web, to get the links and stuff. And all those clickable links are in the show notes.
And before we forget, the artificial intelligence or AI voices that you hear in our work are offered up by Google, Amazon Polly, and OpenAI, like we say in the show notes. They don't sponsor us yet, but we love what they do, and we just love what AI can do when lovingly crafted.
Finally, you can find us on Podmatch.com, Matchmaker.fm, Podbooker, and Podcast Guests, where we consider guests and consider guesting on other people's shows.
And really finally, the music for our pods comes from Cute by Bensound and from Piano Background by Nick Simon Adams, as well as from AI MuseNet. The sound effect credits go to Jackson Academy Ashmore, Canusi G, Dr. Jekyll, Joe Payne, Everything Sounds, MK Play More Stories, ERH, Sand Emotions, Big Pickle 51, and Just Kidding. Yes, that's his or her name. All on freesound.org. Also, languages are the bomb.
Paul.